Remember from earlier, the order of operations is a set of rules used to determine the sequence in which operations are performed in a mathematical expression. This ensures that everyone gets the same result when solving expressions. The steps for the order of operations are: first, we perform all operations within grouping symbols. And grouping symbols can be parentheses, brackets, and braces. When we have multiple sets of grouping symbols, we always start with the inner part first. Next, we evaluate any expressions with exponents, then multiply or divide in order from left to right. Order there is very important. And then finally, we add or subtract in order from left to right. Let's perform the order of operations to simplify these expressions. Up first, notice we have grouping symbols. We have brackets and parentheses. We want to simplify inside the innermost grouping symbols first. That means in this case, we simplify inside the parentheses. So we'll copy the rest and simplify inside the parentheses. -3 plus 5 is 2. From here, we can expand outside the parentheses, and we have the 5. So we'll need to multiply 5 and 2, and just bring down everything else. 5 times 2 is 10. Now we have brackets. We'll simplify inside the brackets. -6 plus 10. -6 plus 10 is 4. Now we've simplified inside all of the grouping symbols, we can completely remove the grouping symbols by multiplying. Remember, when there's no operation between the number and the grouping symbol, it's understood to be multiplication. We have -4 times 4. That is -16. Bring down the -7. And finally, -16 minus 7 is -23. In example B, we don't have any grouping symbols, we don't have any exponents, so next we look for multiplication and division. And we actually have both, division and multiplication. Remember, the order is from left to right. So the first thing we do, left to right, is 24 divided by 8. That is 3. And next we have multiplication, the 4 times 2. 3 plus 4 times 2 is 8. And then we add and subtract left to right. So reading left to right, we have 3 plus 8 is 11 minus 6. 11 minus 6 is 5. In example C, we have parentheses. We can simplify inside here, 2 minus 9. 2 minus 9 is -7. And then we'll bring down the rest. Notice the -12 is inside parentheses, but there's nothing to simplify inside of that. Next, we can remove the parentheses by multiplying. 2 times -7 is -14. Minus the square root of 9 is 3. We can go ahead and simplify that part. Now it's just subtraction. -14 minus 12 is -26 minus 3. -26 minus 3 is -29. In example D, we don't have anything to simplify inside the grouping symbols, but we can treat this absolute value of -8 as if it were a grouping symbol and simplify it. So we have -5 times +8. Remember, absolute value makes anything on the inside positive. So we get +8 plus -3 plus 2 squared. Next, we can take care of that exponent. 2 squared is 4. So we have -5 times 8 plus -3 plus 4. Next, we'll take care of the multiplication. Negative 5 times 8 is negative 40, plus negative 3, plus 4. Next, we have addition. Negative 40 plus negative 3 is negative 43, then plus 4. Negative 43 plus 4 is negative 39. In these examples, we will replace all variables with the given values and simplify. Up first, we have negative 3. X we want to replace with negative 4. And y we want to replace with 2. Now the order of operations. We're just multiplying. Negative 3 times negative 4 is 12. And then 12 times 2 is 24. In part B, we will replace x with negative 15 and y with negative 6. Since we have a fraction, let's look at the top and bottom separately. The top, negative 2 times negative 15 is 30. And there's really nothing to simplify in the bottom. And finally, 30 divided by negative 6 is negative 5. In part C, negative absolute value, replace x with 4. Then we'll copy the negative 5 plus 1. Treat the absolute value here as a grouping symbol. So we want to simplify inside first. 4 minus 5 is negative 1. So we have negative absolute value of negative 1 plus 1. Remember, the absolute value is going to make that negative 1 positive, but we have a negative on the outside, which means we have negative 1 plus 1, which is 0. And in part D, we have negative square root, replace x with 16, and we're going to replace y with 9. We will also treat the square root as a grouping symbol. So we want to simplify under the square root first. We have negative square root. 16 plus 9 is 25. And then the square root of 25 is 5. So we have negative 5.